What do you do to cheer yourself when you're sad or upset? I read a book. That always takes my mind off things, way better for your mental health than social media. If I can, I take a nap or just go to sleep for the night. My DR told me an analogy for mental health that I always find helpful. Mental health is like a table. The more legs you have under the table, good sleep hygiene, nutritious diet, exercise, social contact, therapy, etc., the more stable the table is. It's rarely one thing, but we can do a lot of little things throughout the day that can cumulatively make a difference. I have a toddler, so I'm always exhausted and sleep deprived, so that's usually the table leg I'm missing, so any rest helps. Edit. I'm really happy that so many of you find the analogy helpful. I'm also really grateful to those who have reached out to others to give support. If you need to talk to someone, many people have offered in this thread. I'd probably be most helpful to other parents. If you want to vent there, feel free. Also, I get it. The most stable table is 3 legs. Thank you, pedants of Reddit. The spirit of the analogy is that the more supports we have, the less we'll notice when some break down, like social contact, or health during this pandemic. You can stop commenting about that now, since it is wholeheartedly not the point. Others have mentioned some fantastic points about finding a balance, and how no matter how stable your table is, sometimes the ground is uneven. I hear that, and they're great points. Stardew Valley with Great British Bake Off on in the background. I exercise. That makes me so much more miserable that my previous state of misery appears cheerful. LMAO, that's genius. It's like the old joke where you can make yourself stop thinking about how much one part of your body hurts by making another part hurt more. Yelling Michael Jackson sounds. You gotta try it. It really helps. Some mother FER said you can literally smile and trick your brain into being happier. I hate how it actually works sometimes. It makes me sad because I know it is fake happiness I'm feeling and not actual happiness I would get from experiencing joy. Watch the YouTube video If Animals Were Round. I wrote a letter to my future self when I was at a happy point in my life to read when I'm sad. You're obviously the only one who knows what you're going through, so it's nice to get advice from the happy version of yourself. Puppy and kitten compilations on YouTube. Cry. Identify my emotions. Is it anger? Disappointment? Despair? Accept them. Allow myself to feel them. Figure out why I felt them and soon they just go away. I find that distractions or suppressing them only makes them fester and get worse or come out in the form of anger and end up hurting someone else. How do you learn this? Running on Empty by Jonas Webb, and its sequel, Amazing Books That Really Help Dig Deep, gives you easy do's and don'ts for developing healthy coping skills, healthy habits, etc. Really worth the read. The reason I highly recommend these is because they focus on emotional neglect, which is often, and understandably, overlooked in favor of more visible issues such as physical/emotional abuse. However, emotional neglect can be just as harmful as any other form of abuse, and Dr. Webb really helps you understand how to improve your emotional health and heal from your past. Music, or play video games. I allow myself to be sad, understand why I am sad, and just continue to do whatever I have planned to do. Eventually it goes away, the sadness, and I don't even notice. Haven't figured that out yet. Probably never will figure that one out. My coping mechanisms are shit, so I asked my 4-year-old niece. She said, "You scream the sad out," then sat on the floor and shouted "ah." Then smiled and went about her day. Scream the sad out. I just sit there continuing to feel sad until I just get over it. Sometimes I go outside for a bit of a walk too. Listen to music. It's not a lot, but it makes me so much better. This also worked for me when I needed to chill after a big test in college. Order or make some food you like and watch your favorite shows or movies. I could recommend some if you like. Yeah, sure. What do you recommend? Mostly comedies, 30 Rock, Arrested Development, Chuck, Psych, Happy Endings, The Mighty Boosh, The IT Crowd, Parks and Recreation, Community. Pretend to be happy until I am. Fake it till you make it. Oh, I know this one, Drugs and Alcohol. And garnish with a shit ton of food. Get on Reddit and talk to all of you wonderful people. Thanks, Mr. Nipples. And you're wonderful too, Richard. I like to just find a puzzle of some kind and try to solve it. I guess for this means doing something low stakes without lots of time or efforts required that genuinely gives you a little momentary sense of shit, I'm an actually half-intelligent human who can actually accomplish something. I've asked an NSFW friend about this exact question and they invented a way to masturbate that increases the stimulation while also giving you finer control to edge yourself longer. People have different things that make them happy. I will say try to avoid eating high sugar items or buying extremely expensive things when feeling down because it leads to a sugar crash or a credit score crash. Go to sleep. Try not to cry until everyone's asleep. Being outside. Doesn't matter why, or how long. A few minutes outside is usually a good thing for me. Enjoying the nice weather, the view, how busy or quiet the area is. It's the little things. Watch Instant Karma Road Rage videos on YouTube. Play music. I love rock and metal, so guitar solos usually do the trick. I eat comfort food. Then cookies always make me happy. Then I hope that I don't get sad anymore because I am on the last hole on my belt. Watching funny stuff memes while listening to background music on Spotify or just watching meme review YL etc. I have 3 cats. They're my babies, my cuddle buddies, and my biggest support system. Sometimes I'll be stressed out with schoolwork and my 3-legged cat will just come limping over to me, give me a sad little meow and collapse on the rug so I can come rub him. They know when I'm upset, and few things can help me more than when a cat comes and plops down on my lap so I can give them head rubs.